for the most part, everybody's got their own language and that describes, over fronts, under fronts, the different blitzes, double A gap blitz type looks. They have different language, different words, different languages to describe those kind of things, and then different languages to make calls that will counteract and prevent those things from being successful, right? So, I mean, language is an important deal. I've been with teammates in the past that honestly, a big reason that they didn't make the football team is they could not learn the language fast enough, man. They just it wasn't that it was their physical skill set wasn't there. I mean, they could perform that way, but they just could not get it at the line of scrimmage. They just were in a confused state all the time. And man, I mean, that's if you don't know who to block, it doesn't matter how well you can block them, right?
And I think that's what was so productive about this spring. We kind of ramped it up in a big way because, like you say, a lot of guys that look good and, are fine and walk through, and then you get in that 11-on-11 setting and, they're, sometimes guys kind of bubble out. And,
yeah.
That's why I was actually really impressed with our left guard, Dylan Fairchild. I think that he came in, how you can kind of tell pretty early, like when a guy's like a football player, he'll know what to do. I don't have to micromanage him as a center. Because our defense, this is a new defense with Al Golden, so we really didn't know what to expect. It's not like we were scheming up our D. It was kind of the exercise itself was going out there and communicating on the line of scrimmage to distribute our blockers. And I really felt that he handled himself very well as a professional in his first taste as a 21-year-old in the NFL. You can kind of just tell when guys are footballers. Didn't freak out, especially when there's about 5 different calls we're making on there, and sometimes, and I'm a center too, that I expect my guards and tackles to know what to do, and he did a great job.